Hello students, I am Mohammad Asim and today we are going to start new topic of O-level mathematics, that is variations. Student, this topic is very important. Every year one question comes in paper 1. Paper 1 means where calculator is not allowed. So for the importance of this topic, we will do in detail the definition, theory, basic concepts of variations, some examples, some questions from book and past papers. So first have a look the definition of variations. Definition is, in maths we say that two quantities are proportional. You will see this word oftenly, proportional, in questions of variation. In maths we say that two quantities are proportional if as one of them changes, the other one also changes. So if we are talking about two quantities, if one quantity is changed and the other quantity is also changed, so we say that these quantities are proportional to each other. The other one also changes in a specific way. In a specific way means, for example, if one quantity is increased, the other is also increased, or if one quantity is decreased, the other one is increased. So this is the meaning of specific way. There are two types of proportionality that you need to be familiar with. So in the topic of variation, two types of proportionality which we have to deal. One is direct proportionality. What is the meaning of direct proportionality? If two quantities, for example A and B, are directly proportional, then as one increases, the other one also increases at the same rate. It means, direct proportionality means the change of one quantity and the same change in other quantity, then we say that there is directly proportional relation between two quantities. If one quantity is increased, the other one is also increased. If one quantity is decreased, the other one is also decreased. So if the rate of change is same, then we call the relation is direct proportionality. For example, as one doubles, the other one also doubles. If we double the first quantity, the second quantity is also double. If we halve the first quantity, the second quantity is also half. Then this proportionality is called direct proportionality. Okay, next, to express this, we use the proportionality symbol. This is the proportionality symbol. It's a Greek letter. We call this letter is alpha. So to express this, we use the proportionality symbol alpha. This is alpha, and write A directly proportional to B. If you see A, this B. If you see corresponding A and B, so you have to say that A is directly proportional to B, or you can say B is directly proportional to A. Okay, which reads A is directly proportional to B. Okay, however, there isn't much we can do with A directly proportional to B as it is. It means, if we have given this A directly proportional to B, we cannot do working on this relation on this condition. So what we have to put over here? See, so we turn it into the equation. We have to drop this sign alpha, put equal to sign and put some constant b. What is this? So we turn it into the equation A is equals to KB. Now this equation, this proportional A proportional to B, A is directly proportional to B, becomes A is equals to KB. But what is actually K is? Where K is the number which tells us how A and B are related. So K give you the relation between A and B are related. It is called the constant of proportionality. So this K is called the constant of proportionality. Now this is our formula of directly proportional. So if two quantities A and B are connected directly proportional to A is directly proportional to B, so we have to write A is equals to KB, where K is the constant of proportionality. Next, now we are moving to some examples of directly proportional. So I am rubbing this. See some examples of directly proportional. Example number 1. The question is, y is directly proportional to x when y equals to 24, x equals to 8. Question is, work out the value of y when x is equals to 2. This is our question. So the solution is, what is given? Y is directly proportional to x. So we have to write y. How to write directly proportional? Apply this sign and write x. How to read this? Y is directly proportional to x. But first we have to convert this proportional to an equation. How to convert an equation? Drop this sign, put equal to sign, write the constant of proportionality and x. In every question of the proportional, we always drop this sign, put the equal sign with the constant of proportionality k and write the quantity x. Now, after making the formula, first you have to find the value of k. This is the first step. Before we find the value of y or find the value of x, first we should find the value of k, constant of proportionality. How to find the value of k? By using first two values of x and y. So what is the value of y is given? 24 is equals to k multiplied by. What is the value of x given? 8. 24, this 8 is multiply, this should divide. 8 ones are 8, 8 3s are 24. So the value of k is 3. Now put this value of k3 in this given equation. Y is equals to 3x. So this is the formula. This is the relation. Now you can see that the constant of proportionality relate y and x by 3. Now come to the main part. The main part is work out the value of y when x is equals to 2. We have to put the value of x 2 to get the value of y. 3 2s are 6. This is our final answer. So what are the steps? First, write the quantities with proportional sign. Then make the equation with the constant of proportionality k. Then find the value of k. Put the value of k again in the given equation and then find the remaining parts of the question. This is the example of direct proportional. Now we are going to see the definition of inverse proportionality. See, inverse proportionality. First, see the definition. If two quantities C and D are inversely proportional, then as one increases, the other decreases at the same rate. At the same rate. For example, as one get 3 times bigger, the other one gets 3 times smaller. So students, this is the definition of inverse proportionality. If one quantity increases, the other decreases. If one quantity decreases, the other increases. So there is the inverse relation. If one is going to bigger, then other is going to smaller. For example, look at this. One gets 3 times bigger, the other one gets 3 times smaller, but you can see the rate is same. One is get 3 times bigger, the other the other one gets 3 times smaller. So the rate is 3. 3 cannot be changed. Okay. To express this, we have to write C is inversely proportional to D. So this is the main difference between writing direct proportional and inverse proportional. For direct proportional, we have to write directly C and D, but for inversely proportional, we have to write 1 upon something. The first quantity as it is, the other quantity is 1 upon something. So this is the inverse proportional sign, 1 upon. Whenever you see 1 upon something, you always say this is inverse proportional. Okay? So again, drop this sign, put equal to sign, and write the constant of proportionality upon D. In this case, you always write upon, but in directly proportional, you always write C is equals to KD, A is equals to KB. But for inverse relation, you always write C is equals to K upon D. So I hope you understand. Let's see one example of the inverse proportional. So I am rubbing this. I hope you understand the definition of inverse proportionality. See example number 2. Example number 2 is question y is inversely proportional to x when y is equals to 2, x is equals to 3. Work out the value of y when x is equals to 18. This is our question. So what I told you, what is the first step? First step, write the proportional given sign, given values. So what is the relation? Relation between y and x. So we have to write proportional to, what is the relation? Inverse relation with x. So we have to write 1 upon x. And if this question is directly proportional, then we just write y is proportional to x. But this is inverse relation, therefore we should write 1 upon x. The second step is drop this sign, put equal sign, put constants of proportionality upon x. So y is equals to k upon x. This is our formula. Now, what I told you, the first step is to find the value of k. Whether you are doing questions of directly proportional or inversely proportional. First step to find the value of k. How to find the value of k? With the help of these first two values given. What is the value of y? 2. So we have to put 2 over here. What is the value of x? 3. We have to put 3 over here. This 3 is multiply. This should this 3 is divide, then this should multiply on this side. So 3 to the 6 is equals to k. So this is the value. K is equals to 6. Now put this value 6 in this formula. Y is equals to k upon x. So the value of k is 6 upon x. This is our required formula, but this is not our final requirement. This is a formula. Y is equals to 6 upon x. Because after finding the value of k, we are eligible to find this portion. Work out the value of y when x is equals to 18. So y is equals to 6. We have to find the value of y by using this value of x. What is the value of x is given? 18. 6 1s are 6, 6 3s are 18. So y is equals to 1 upon 3. And this is our final answer. Hope you understand. Okay. So students, this is our definition of variations, direct proportional, inverse proportional. Now we are able to start questions. We can do, after this theory, we can do each and every question of this topic, variations. See question number 1. We will do lot of questions of this topic in order to complete command on this topic. See question number 1. Question number 1 is y is inversely proportional to the square of x. Given that y is equals to 2, x is equals to 6, find the value of y when x is equals to 2. Very easy question. Solution. What is the relation in this question? The inverse relation. Inverse relation between those quantities y and square of x. Square of x means x square. So according to question, y is inversely proportional. Inverse means always write 1 upon 2 square of x. Square of x means x square. So this is the first step. If this step is not correct, then the whole question is wrong. So y, what is the next step? Drop this sign, put equal sign, put constant of proportionality and write x square. Then after making the equation, what should be the next step? Next step should be to find the value of k. How to find the value of k? By using first two values. The value of y is given, which is 2. The value of x is given, which is 6 square. So 2 is equals to k upon 6 square is what? 36. This 36 is divide. This should multiply on other side. 2 multiplied by 36 is k. 36 into 2, 72. 72 is equals to k. So the value of k is 72. Now put this 72 in this equation. Y is equals to k upon x square. In this case, k is 72 and x square. This is called the formula which relate y and x square. What is the final requirement? Find the value of y when x is equals to 2. Y is equals to 72 upon x square. X is 2, so 2 square. 72, 2 square is what? 2 2s are 4. Now 4 1s are 4, 4 1s are 4. This makes 32, 4 8s. So the y value is 18. This is our final answer. I hope you understand. Very easy question. I am not writing year of the question. These are past papers questions, but these are questions from 90s to 2018. Okay. After this topic, I hope you will be eligible to do each and every question of variations. See another question, question number 2. Question number 2 is y is inversely proportional to x. Given that y is equals to 1 upon 5, x is equals to 20, find y when x is equals to 1 upon 7. So this is the question requirement. How to solve? See the relation. The relation is inversely proportional. Which two quantities? Y and X. So we have to write Y is inverse. Inverse means 1 upon X. The second step is drop this sign, write equal to sign. Y is equals to K upon X. Now find the value of K by using these first two values. What is the value of Y is given? 1 upon 5. K upon. What is the value of X given? 20. This 20 is divided over here. This should multiply by 1. 20 ones are 20. 20 upon 5 is equals to K. 5 ones are 5. 5 fours are 20. So the value of K is 4. Now put the value of K in this equation. Y is equals to K. What is K? K is 4 upon X. So this is our required formula. And the final requirement is find Y when X is equals to 1 upon 7. Y is equals to 4 upon X. X is what? 1 upon 7. So Y is equals to 4. If you see double fraction, you convert the last denominator into numerator. So 1 upon 7 becomes 7 upon 1. Y is equals to 4 7s are 28. So this is our answer. I hope you understand. C. Question number 3. Question number 3 is Y is directly proportional to square of X. Given that Y is 32 when X is equals to 4, find Y when X is equals to 3. Very easy question. Solution. What is the relation? Relation is directly proportional. Which two quantities? Y and square of X. So Y is directly proportional to the square of X. This is directly relation, direct proportional. So no need to write 1 upon something, because 1 upon means inverse. This is direct. The second step is to write K X square. The third step is to find the value of K by using these two values. Y is 32, K into X square. X is 4. 32 is equals to K. Say 4 square is 16. 32 upon 16 is equals to K. 16 1s are 16. 16 2s are 32. So K is equals to 2. After finding the value of K, put this value of K over here. Kx square. K is 2x square. Now see the final requirement. The requirement is find Y when X is equals to 3. Y is equals to 2 into X is what given? 3. 3 square. Y is equals to 2. 3 square is 9. 9 2s are 18. So this is our final requirement. And this is our final answer. Hope you understand. This is related to inverse proportional and this is related to direct proportional. There are only two quantities, direct relation and inverse relation. Now see question number 4. Question number 4 is R is directly proportional to cube of P when P is 2, R is 24. Part A, find the formula for R in terms of P. Part B, find the value of P when R is 192. Very easy question. What is the relation? Directly proportional. Which two quantities? R and cube of P. So R is directly proportional to cube of P. Cube means power 3. Next step is to write the constant of proportionality. Now, see first part. Find the formula for R in terms of P. Whenever you see this part, because you will be seeing many questions which have this part. Find the formula for R in terms of P means find the value of K, put the value of K in this relation, and this is the formula. So which two quantities give the value of K? These first two quantities. P is equals to 2, R is equals to 24. So R is equals to 24, K, P is 2 because cubes of 2 cube. 24 is equals to K. 2 cube is 2 into 2 into 2. 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. 8 is multiply. This should divide. K, 8 3 is 24. So put the value of K in this given relation. This is the final formula. This is the requirement of part A. Find the formula for R in terms of P. So formula is R is equals to 3P cube. Hope you understand. Now, see part B. Find the value of P when R is equals to 192. So for finding the value of P, we should put this value of R 192 in this formula. 192 is equals to 3 into P cube. This 3 is multiplied, this should divide on other side. 3 1s are 3, 3 6 are 18, 3 4s are 12. 64 is equals to P cube, but we need to find the value of P, not cube. So taking cube root on both sides, cube root of 64 you must know 4, and cube root of P cube is P, and the value, hence the value of P is 4. Very interesting and very important question. We have learned lot of things from this question. See question number 5. Question number 5 is, question number 5, P is directly proportional to the square of Q when P is 9, Q is 6. Part A. Part A, find the formula for P in terms of Q. Part B, find the values of Q when P is equals to 25. Again, a very easy question. All questions are very easy related to this topic. Solution. Which relation? Direct relation. Which two quantities? P and Q square. So we have to write P is directly proportional to Q square. Then P is equals to K Q square. Then part A, the value of, find the formula. First we have to find the value of K by using these two values. The value of P is 9, K, the value of Q is 6 square. So 9 K, 6 square is what? 36. 36 is multiply over here, this should divide. 9 ones are 9, 9 fours are 36. So the value of K is 1 upon 4. Now put this value of K in this given formula. You will get 1 upon 4 Q square. This is the requirement of part A. What is the requirement? Find the formula for P. Wait, find the formula for P. Find the formula for P in terms of Q. This is the formula. P is equals to 1 upon 4 Q square. Now, next part B. Find the value of Q when P is equals to 25. Now, put 25 over here. 25 is equals to 1 upon 4 and into Q square. We need to find the value of Q, therefore we move this 4 to this side. This 4 is divide. This should multiply by 25. 25 4s are 100 Q square. But we need to find the value of Q. Therefore we have to take square root on both sides. You know the square root of 100 is 10 and the square root of Q square is Q. Therefore the value of Q is 10. So this is question number 5. Students, hope you enjoyed too much this class, this lecture, and I am not finishing today. I want to do many more questions of this topic. So next class will be the same topic, will be on same topic variations, and kindly do practice more and more. Do past papers questions of this topic, and if you feel any difficulty, kindly ask me, write in comment box. And one more thing, students, kindly subscribe my channel and like my videos, press the bell icon button and share my videos to your other school friends as well. Okay student, see you next class.